Welcome to our week 13, day 2. Anybody wishes to read, please start. You unmute yourself and read.
Shall I read today?
Yes, Prima, that'll be wonderful. Please go ahead.
13th week. Achieving spontaneous right action. Thoughts are the basis of all your actions. Before you act, there is a thought, however brief. Sometimes you give a great deal of thought before you act. You think of all the alternatives, weigh the options, and try to predict results. At other times, you act even before the thought is recognized. Nevertheless, all thought leads to action or affects some aspect of your action in some way. This is the corollary of what this course has been emphasizing, that all thought leads to some experience. The key, therefore, to the most productive, fulfilling, and enjoyable activity is to have the correct thoughts. No one can argue with that. Everyone wants correct thoughts and everyone strives for correct action. With all this striving and good intentions, why then do we see so much evil action, so much unhappiness, so much unfulfillment, and so much wasted motion? By now, you know the answer. It is simply because people are making up their own fantasies. They manufacture their own thoughts instead of allowing themselves to be in tune with that one great thought that created us. When you are in tune with God's thought, then all the thoughts that bubble into your head are correct. That is, they are thoughts that propel you into action, that can only give the experience of happiness, abundance, success, joy, love, and God's other qualities. Only the qualities of God are experienced with God's thought. You don't always experience God's qualities when you make up your own thoughts, which you are very capable of doing. You imagine what isn't true, such as being poor or being sick or being wronged by someone or being unloved. These thoughts are simply not true, and no amount of your thinking can change that. Creation was made for you to experience God's qualities. Your little independent thoughts can certainly manifest the experience those thoughts represent. Think poverty and you will experience it. Think sickness and you will experience it. Think growing old to die and you will experience it. Think you aren't loved and that is your experience. Think unhappiness and that is your experience. Think people are out to hurt you and that is your experience. It is your experience, but that doesn't mean it is the truth. It is only your experience. Your experience must follow what you think. You are made in the image of God. He is a creator, and so are you, then a creator. His creation began with his thoughts. Your creation also begins with your thought. This week, you expand your experience of manifesting what you truly want. You begin to experience that you can spontaneously do the correct activity. It will seem that you won't even think before acting, but we know that can't be true. What happens is that you think of action just before doing it. That way, the thought and the action appear as one. This is how it works when you are truly in tune with God's thought. His thought bubbles into your mind, and quite spontaneously you act. Pretty soon, life just flows easily. You don't have to conjure, weigh alternatives, debate options, and then blindly lead. You just act. When you use your own little thoughts, you do blindly lead. There is no way you can know enough facts in your head to work out the right action every time. Sometimes you might luck out, but never always. There are too many unknowns. However, remember that you have a quality of God described as all knowing intelligence. That quality comes forth when you are in tune with His thought. Then you instantly compute the right course of action. In the same instant, you think the action and perform it quite automatically. Right action is that action which gives you the experience of God's qualities: happiness, love, joy, bliss, abundance, non judgment, unboundedness, all knowing intelligence, peace, energy, gentleness, etc. It is this right action that leads you away from your imaginations. It leads you away from fear, insecurity, and loneliness, and towards abundance and true contributions to society. It is action that is fulfilling and successful and satisfying. Look at the list of experiences you want to have that you wrote out several weeks ago. Compare that list once again with the list you made of thoughts that are holding you away from those experiences. This week, you are going to put those lists together and start to manifest your true desires. Today, write out a creating formula for guidance in achieving spontaneous correct action. Use your quiet period to ask help from your higher self with this formula. Check your communication and the correctness of the formula with your yes and no signals. This is a very important creating formula. Feel comfortable with it. Say it meaningfully and with love every day. Tomorrow, you are to pick an activity to create from your list of experiences you want. Pick an experience that seems attainable, one you do believe can happen. Everything is possible, and that you will very soon realize. For this first experience, however, it is important that your own doubts, fears, and imaginations don't block the manifestation. So pick something that is believable. Next, use a quiet period to check and make sure that the activity you choose is in your highest interest. You do this by asking your higher self and be sure to have it signal. If it is a wise to ask a question about dash, describe the activity. If you get a yes, then ask, is it in my highest and wisest interest to do dash? Describe the activity. If you receive a yes signal, then write out a creating formula for the experience you want. Check with your higher self for any thoughts you need to deal with that could interfere with the experience. Also, use your yes and no signals to check the correctness of your creating formula. Remember, you are still learning these techniques. Do not try to leap too fast. Just do these two creating formulas. Feel comfortable and grounded in using them. Before long, you will be using them regularly as the basis for your thoughts to bring whatever experience you and your higher self know is in your highest and wisest interest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rima. So, any reflections, or should we start to meditate? Okay, let's meditate. Check your postures. Inhale love. Feel the love pulsating in your body. Release love as you exhale. Share it to the world. Inhale light. Dispel the darkness within and outside as you exhale. Inhale knowledge and acceptance. Knowledge makes us into better beings. Accepting what's meant for us guides us in a further path of life. Exhale it. I am made in the image of God. Therefore, I am God. He's made me with creation, with thoughts. I have to create my life by putting in the right thoughts. Each one of us is given a quality of God and have experienced God's qualities and His thoughts. Let's think of the most productive, fulfilling, and enjoyable activities to do with those thoughts. What is it that I enjoy? What is it that I flow in? Thoughts are the basis of all possible actions. My all knowing intelligence knows that one thought, that one quality that God has given in me. So let's go for the right action, that action that gives us pleasurable experience, makes us feel happy, joyous, blissful, abundant. It creates us in a zone of not being judgmental. Let's ask our all knowing intelligence, what is it that will give me peace, energy, gentleness, abundance? And is that action right for me? Does it lead me to my right imagination? Does it lead me away from all negativity, all negative emotions, into a world of abundance? And does it truly contribute to the society I live in? Is it the action that is fulfilling and successful and satisfying? Let's go deeper within. Let's analyze, what is it that I truly manifest? What are my true desires? There are some desires made by the because of the world, and some are inherent inbound. In this inward journey, let's quieten our minds and ask our beautiful higher self for whatever is meant for us. Dearest higher self, I nudge you to give me the knowledge of what is truly required for me. Allow me the privilege of the most suitable thoughts and action, which will take my soulful journey forward, which will bring me happiness. Please allow me the knowledge as I go and reflect inwards for 5 minutes. Thank you, God, for this creating formula has come to pass, with you guiding me with the spontaneous current action and your thoughts. Now, once again, I go into silence and I ask you for giving me the right signal. I'll say it out loud in my mind, and you have to tell me, is it a yes or no? Have I conceived the thought well or not? Thank you once again, my higher self. Now, I want to ask you about the one single activity that I'm thinking of. Is it wise to do that? Is it in the highest and best interest for me and the others? Should I do this activity which I have in mind? I'll say out to you in my mind or out loud. Please give me a signal for that also. Thank you for the signal. Thank you so much. This entire week, we'll keep coming back to you and asking you for the questions, and you can keep reaffirming that we learners don't leap too fast. We are here, grounded, comfortable, and helping ourselves and the others evolve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you are wisest, all guiding intelligence, and we know we are in absolute safe hands. Thank you, my dear higher self. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now let's hold our hands together, rub them together, feel the energy flow, bless our head, conscious or conscious, thank our higher self, bless our face and an entire body, front and back. May we all be blessed. May we all be joyous. May we all be blissful. May we all live an abundant life. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see each other on Thursday. With lots of love and light. Thank you.
Thank you, Prachi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.